recorded so that you may come back to it later if you need, and so others who may have missed out on today's events will be able to come and watch it. Thank you. So now at this time, please mute your mics for the best sound experience. Otherwise, the feedback could interfere with information we will be sharing today. Now, without further ado, here is Luz Cadena.
Hello, everyone. I hope that you can hear me. I want to turn on my camera for just a moment so that you can see that there's a real person on the other end. Again, my name is Luz Cadena. I'm the Director of Distance Learning Support Services. And I'm here to talk to you a little bit about Blackboard, get you started on with some basic information, and most importantly, share some resources with you so that you know who to go to for any Blackboard help that you need. Okay, so I just wanted to say hi. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera, and I'm going to share my screen, and we'll get started. As I'm presenting, please feel free to, pop any questions into the chat. I would be happy to answer them as they come in. Okay. All right. So my screen should pop up for you in just a moment. There we are. Everyone can see that, right? Can I get a thumbs up in the chat if you can see my screen? Awesome. Thank you. All right. So I want to start with some basics very quickly. I know most of you probably already know this, but I do want to start with some basics. So let's start with accessing Blackboard before we get into some more details. You're going to access Blackboard through My Epcc. Now, in order to access most online resources at the college, you need to have your Epcc credentials. What do we mean by that? You need to have your username, which is the same thing as your email, and your email password. Okay, so when you're logging into Blackboard, you need to log into My Epcc first. My Epcc is the portal to everything Epcc, everything at the college. So when you log into My Epcc, as you can see here, you're going to have a series of links on the left-hand side of the screen, and those same links here at the top with buttons. Those are the exact same links, okay? Now, your My Epcc may look a tiny bit different because I'm logged in as an employee of the college. Yours as a student may look just a tiny bit different. You may not have some of these other buttons. And over here on the right-hand side, you can see really important announcements and then the academic calendar. So again, My Epcc is kind of the place to go to get everything. Here you can also access Web Banner to register for courses in a future term, to check your course schedule, etc., etc. I always recommend to students that you check your Banner registration, especially at the beginning of the semester, the first couple of weeks. Banner is the official record of your registration, not Blackboard. Okay, so with that, I want to give you some advice. If you log into Blackboard at the start of a semester and you see that a class is missing, you don't want to call distance learning yet or registrars or anything like that first. The first thing you want to do is log into Banner and make sure that you are registered for that course in Banner. Again, Banner is the official record of your registration. Blackboard is not. All the information in Blackboard, the courses that you're enrolled in, the instructors assigned to courses, etc., etc., all of that information is in Blackboard is provided by Banner. Banner sends that information to Blackboard. Now, I would say about 95% of the time, that information is correct, but sometimes there are glitches. Sometimes something happens. So if something's not showing up, a course is not showing up, and this is the same for instructors. If a course is not showing up in your Blackboard, the first place you always want to go is Banner. Am I registered for that course? If it's not showing in Banner, then that's why it's not showing in Blackboard and you're not registered for that course. And that's where you call the registrar's office or contact a counselor to help you register for that course. Now, if you are registered for that course, but it's not showing up in in Blackboard, the next thing you want to do is check your course start date. If you registered for a mini-mester 2 or a late start course, that course is not going to pop up in Blackboard until the first day of that course. And believe it or not, there have been times where we've spoken to students and we say, you know what, your course isn't in Blackboard yet because you signed up for a mini-mester 2 class that starts in March. And they say, no, I didn't. And I say, I promise you did. If you just check Banner, it'll give you the start date of your classes, and that's when your Blackboard classes were open. Okay, so always, always check banner. Okay. The other thing I want to make you aware of on this page is that through this page, you also have access to Microsoft Office products. So if you bought a new computer, and Best Buy or wherever you buy your computer, they're telling you to spend lots of money, hundreds of dollars on buying Word and PowerPoint. You don't have to pay for it. As an EPCC student, you get that for free. All you have to do is click on My Apps right here in My EPCC. And typically on the top right-hand side, it might make you log in again, but on the top right-hand side, you're going to see what says Install Office 365. And I don't know why it's not popping up for me here, but typically around here, it'll pop up for you. And there you can download and install the entire Microsoft Office suite for free. Excel, PowerPoint, Word, all of those products, okay? And if you need help with that, and I apologize, it's not popping up for me here. If you need help with that, you need to contact the college IT department. That's who oversees My EPCC and Microsoft Office. There it goes, it's loading for me now. Let's see. It's supposed to pop up right here. See where it says Install Office? You can install it to your computer for free as an EPCC student. Okay. I'll give you some more information about that in just a moment. Okay. So let's get back to Blackboard. I just wanted to share some extra information with you. So when I'm ready to log into Blackboard, I'm going to click up here where it says Blackboard, over here on the left where it says Blackboard. Either one, it takes you to the same place. And it's going to ask you to log in again. It's just an extra security measure, and nothing changes. You're going to use the same login that you used to log in to My EPCC. So your entire username, remember for students, it's at my.epcc.edu, and then your password. So passwords, I want to remind you that the IT department requires all of us to update our passwords every 6 months as a security measure. So every 6 months, you're going to need to update your EPCC password just to make sure that we're all being safe, especially right now with a lot of bad people out there trying to get our information. Okay? All right, so I am logged into Blackboard. Now, the way you see Blackboard right now, this is called BASE, B-A-S-E, navigation. The base navigation. What does base mean? It's like home. It's the first page you see, the landing page you see on Blackboard. So this is the base navigation, and this is the base navigation menu. Okay, so the first thing you're going to see is your stream. Now think of your stream as kind of like a Twitter, but it's a Twitter for Blackboard and your classes. So you're going to see the most recent things that are happening in your class here on this stream. So if you have anything that's upcoming, like right here, I see a calendar item that's going to take place on the 22nd of January. I see some announcements. Now these announcements are posted by the distance learning department. Most of them have to do with distance learning, but sometimes we advertise other things, just like the Tejano virtual events, parking, decal information, things of that nature. The payment deadline, by the way, it's coming up. Don't forget to take care of that. So take a look at these. We post announcements that are, I mean, all announcements are important, but announcements that we feel especially will affect you as students. And so all you have to do is click on the announcement, right? And you can open it to take a look there. Maybe it's a file, so you can open up the file. It'll open up on another browser window. Sometimes it's an image, etc., etc. So I just closed Blackboard. I didn't mean to do that. So take a look at those announcements. They're there for a reason, okay? But beyond those announcements, you also get important course information, okay? Like these dates, if a quiz is due, an assignment is due, announcements that your instructors post in your courses, things of that nature. You can see all that here. And if you do see something that's related to the course, you can just click on it and it'll take you directly most often to that course. And it's not taking me because I'm in that course as an instructor. Okay. Now up here in the top right hand side of that page, all of you have this little gear that means settings. If you click on that, you can control what you see on your stream page. So if you want to see new content that your instructors are putting in the course, if you want to see new performance alerts, if your instructors have graded some of your work, you want to see that. If your instructors wrote back to you on your journals, you want to see that. You want to click them and hit save. And you're going to start to see, notice how mine changed a little bit. Here it tells me that something new was added to my course. So you see, you can control, see here's a journal entry from a student, so you can control what you see on your activity stream. Let me come back here to the settings. See this little icon of an envelope here? Right here, you can also get notifications to your college email. Now, I know a lot of you don't like using email. It's all about texting. I get you. Text is easy. It's fast. I love texting. But as some of you may know already, once you get into the professional world, it's going to be all about email. We use email all the time in our professions. So it's really important that you start using your email and using it professionally, right, in a nice way. So log into your college email at least once a week, but if you can, check it a couple of times a week. There's a really easy way for you to forward your email to your Gmail if you want to do that. And of course, there's even an Outlook application, an app for your phone that you can upload to your phone just for your college email, okay? But if you do use email heavily, you can also tell Blackboard to send you email notifications when something important happens. So, for example, new messages. If your instructor is using course messages in your Blackboard course, you can say, email me right away if my teacher sends me a message in the course. That way your phone buzzes and you see the message, oh, I should log into Blackboard and check that message. Or maybe when there's new due dates or when something is past due. All of this, you can ask for updates to be sent to your email. When you've checked what you want, you simply have to hit save, and it saves those settings. Okay? The last one over here on the right with the little bell, you probably know what that means. It means push notifications. These are notifications that go off on your phone. Now, in order to get these notifications, you have to have the Blackboard app. The Blackboard app is free. You can download it for free. It's a blue circle with a yellow pencil. You log into that Blackboard app just like you log into My Epcc here. You're going to have to choose your school, El Paso Community College. You're going to put your email and your password, and now you can access all your courses from the Blackboard app. Well, if you turn on the notifications and you can say, notify me when there's new discussions, new content from everyone, from my instructor only, whatever you want to customize there, you'll also get notifications on your phone. So if you do see something that you want to check, you may not even have to log into Blackboard through your computer. You can check it right then and there on the application. You can check your grades on the app. You can send a course message to your instructor. There's probably a lot of coursework that you can do on your phone. I wouldn't recommend it. It's much more comfortable on a computer. But if you have to, in a pinch, you can submit some coursework through your phone. Okay? So I wanted to share those settings with you. That is your activity stream. Up here, really quickly at the top where it says institution page. Now, most of the resources on this page are for instructors, but I do want to make you aware of one thing. When you click on that page, it does say faculty and student resources. I want you to pay attention to this very first module box on the top. Speak to a distance learning staff member for assistance with Blackboard. So if you're having trouble with Blackboard and it's between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and you need some help, I encourage you to visit our virtual office hours by clicking this link. Now, could you call us on the phone? Absolutely. But here's the problem with that. When we're helping someone with Blackboard, whether it's an instructor or a student, and instructors are explaining to us or students are explaining to us what's going on in their Blackboard, it's really hard to understand because we can't see it. Blackboard is so visual. We need to see where you're clicking, what the error message is that you're getting, what you're doing, etc., etc. We need to see how your computer is behaving sometimes. So it really helps if you log into our virtual office hours so we can have you share your screen. Just like I'm sharing my screen right now, we can say, okay, Carlos, go ahead and share your screen and show me what you're doing. And we can say, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Maybe you're clicking something in the wrong place, or maybe you have to enable your pop-up settings, whatever it happens to be. It really makes it easier for us to help you if we can see what's going on with your computer. Okay, so I want to encourage you, anytime you run into Blackboard problems, you can simply come to this page here, the institution page, and click that blue link, and one of our staff members will help you. It'll be Andy, Fabiola, Elizabeth, Edith, or myself. We even have some faculty who are in there who are also helping us with Blackboard questions. So there's someone available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, what if it's the weekend? What if I need help with Blackboard on the weekends? Well, guess what? Down here, you see where it says for assistance? After 5 or on the weekends, there's a Blackboard Help desk that's available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on holidays. So all you have to do is dial this number on your mobile device or your home phone number. It's a toll-free number. You can call them and explain to them what's going on, right? I'm having trouble uploading my assignment. And here's the really cool thing about the help desk. If you're having issues submitting something, completing something, they're going to say, you know what, there's something going on here. We're going to give you a ticket number. And that ticket number is proof that you had an issue and you couldn't perhaps submit something. So when they give you a ticket number, always write it down. And that is proof to your instructor that you are having a technical issue with Blackboard. Okay, so that Blackboard Help Desk is available to you again 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So can you call them even if the EPCC office is, distance learning office is open? Absolutely, you can do that. Okay, they're always available 24/7, 24/7. Okay, I want to make you aware of something else that's available now in Blackboard. If you go in Blackboard to where your name is located and you click on your name, you're going to be able to set your pronouns. So if you see here where it says pronouns, I can click right here and I can set my pronouns, she, her, and hers. And of course, there are other options here. See where I click here? There are others. You can choose your pronouns. You can choose multiple pronouns if you want, right? And then if your pronouns are not visible here, you can click make a request and hit done, and your pronouns will now be visible in your course. So in the roster, when your teacher sees you in the grade book and the discussion boards, if you want to use alternate pronouns, the people in your class, when you're doing discussions, things like that, can now address you in the proper way. So that is available for all users, not just students, but anyone who uses Blackboard, you can now set your pronouns, okay? Something that's coming in February, that's going to be new in February, so keep an eye out for it, is here in the profile, you'll also be able to record yourself saying your name. So in case you have a name that's hard to pronounce, you can record yourself pronouncing your name. And so people can listen to it in the course. Your instructor can listen to it in the course. I know as a teacher sometimes, I struggle with sometimes pronouncing someone's name, and I don't want to offend anyone. So I ask, how do you pronounce it? Please, I want to learn. Please clarify for me, right? And so by doing that, that can really help, right? And that can really help for individuals who have a name, for example, like Andrea or Andrea. Do you prefer Andrea or do you prefer Andrea? And so when you record yourself, people will know how you prefer your name pronounced. So that's coming in February. So fingers crossed that that update comes through. Okay. Next thing I want to show you is courses. So here's where you go to access your courses. You know this already. So when you click on here, you're going to notice that it says current courses. That means the courses that are open right now. And these courses appeared on, what was it, January the 18th at midnight, because that's when the semester started, okay? So all your current courses are here. Will your Mini-Mester 2 course show up right here on this page right now? Feel free to answer in the chat. If I'm taking a class that starts in March, is it going to show up right here under current courses? What do you think? Yes or no? Don't be scared. Yeah, no, it's not, right? It's not because it's not a current course. It doesn't start until March. But where do you think I can go to see that course that's coming in March? Over here, see where it says upcoming courses? So if you're registered for a late start course or a course that starts in March, if you click on upcoming courses, it's going to show right here. It's going to show right here. Now, can you see your past courses? Yes and no, right? I can go here and go to spring 2021 and I can see my course there, but I'm not going to be able to click into it. It's going to say, sorry, this course is locked. So you cannot go into any past courses. You can't go into any future courses. You can only go into courses that are open right now. So that is, of course, your current courses. Now, something else you may have noticed. When you log into your courses, you may see some courses that have a really pretty color bar on the left-hand side. Orange, yellow, purple, magenta, right? Really pretty colors. And you might have some others that have a gray bar. Why is that? The courses that have the gray bar are in Blackboard Learn Original. Original. And you'll see right here it says Original Course View. And when you go into that course, you're going to see Blackboard in the original version of your course in the original version of Blackboard. It has the dark menu on the left and all the content will be on the right. Now, as students, you should know that instructors all build their courses differently. So what you see in one course is going to be different. It's going to be named differently in another course. So we're trying to get faculty to have some consistency in their courses to help you as students. But in most cases, you're going to see a folder that says syllabus, and you're going to see a link for My Grades so you can see your grades. You'll see something that says assignments or coursework, week 1, week 2, etc., etc. All you have to do is click on those items so that you can open them on the right-hand side, and you can get documents or folders. You can see links, quizzes, discussions, tests, assignments. There's a variety of different types of content that your instructors are going to put for you, right? They'll even put videos and things like that. So every course is built differently, but they all use the same tools, the menu on the left with the content on the right. This is Blackboard Learn Original, okay? The ones with a gray bar. You may also be taking a course that's in Blackboard Learn Ultra. Ultra. Those are the ones that have the color bar on the left. So when you click on it, you're going to see how different that looks. This is an Ultra course. Now, why in the world are we making you take classes in 2 different views? It's because we're actually transitioning to Ultra, to this one here. So right now we're training faculty. We're training faculty on your teachers on how to use this. And when they finish their training, they're going to start to use this. So by fall of 2023, this is our goal. Fall of 2023, all of the courses, okay, will look like this in Ultra. Okay? So right now, maybe most of your courses are in Ultra. Hopefully they are, but you may still see some courses in Original. And Ultra is really easy. Look at this. Your calendar, discussions, the gradebook where you see your grades and your messages. Easy to find. You're going to see your teacher's name here, the name of the course. Okay? You're going to see your roster. You're going to see announcements here. And right in the middle of the page is going to be your coursework, your content. See syllabus, week 1. Unit 1. When you click in there, maybe it'll open some more folders. See? Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Week 3. So your instructors hopefully are going to organize it in a nice way that's easy for you to complete your coursework. Ultra, when you look at this course here, it looks a lot more similar to what you see in the Blackboard app. So when you log into Ultra, you're going to say, hey, that's not very different from my Blackboard app. It looks very, very similar. I will tell you now that Ultra is easier for students to use than Original. That's why we're moving over to Ultra. We want to make things as easy for you as possible so that you can focus on learning, right? Learning your math and your culinary arts and your auto tech and your biology and your history, all of that good stuff. Okay? So that's what I want to talk to you about courses. Okay? I want to talk to you next about assist. So when you click on assist with this little rocket ship, when you click on that, it's going to open the Blacklist page. Now, this is a page that is just for students. This is a student portal with resources for you. Let me make it a little smaller. This is a student portal with resources for you. At the top, you're going to see two services that are highlighted for you. We try to change these every once in a while. And then here at the bottom, you're going to see where it says all services. And look at this, all these services that are listed for you in alphabetical order. So let's say you want to find tutoring. You need some help with math, like me. Math is not my strong subject, so I always needed a little bit of extra help. So I want some information on tutoring. So I know that it's in alphabetical order, so I'm going to scroll down this page, and I'm going to look for tutoring. There it is, the tutoring center. Guess what? I just have to click on it, and it's going to take me to that page, okay? And here I can get information about tutoring. I can get information. Here's a really cool video, and I can see the schedule and the locations of all the tutoring centers on campus. But what if I want online tutoring? Well, look at the top what it says right here, Get Connected Online Assistance. I can click there. There's their schedule, and I can connect now, and I can speak to a tutor in a matter of seconds. Okay? And there's all these other resources available for you. Are you a student who's in the military, or are you a veteran? Veterans Resource Center, the Writing Center. You want to see recordings of these workshops. They're on this page also. See recorded Tejano virtual events. You need some help from the food pantry here at the college. You're interested in clubs. I mean, everything is here, okay? Now, I also want to show you the Blackboard resources that are available for you on this page, okay? So first things first, there's the Blackboard browser checker. Some of the issues that users have with Blackboard is because of the browser. Whether you're using Google Chrome or Firefox or Edge, you want to make sure that your browser is up to date. You want to make sure that you have the pop-ups disabled, all those kinds of things, right? So what you can do is simply click on this page, and it's going to give you a browser checker. And look, right away it's telling me that this browser is not supported, that the pop-up blocker is possibly going to cause me some issues with my Blackboard. So it tells you if everything is okay, but something you may want to pay attention to. Isn't that cool? So you can do that to check your browser. If you do have a class that's in Blackboard Learn Original, you can click here, and it's going to take you to a YouTube playlist that has videos on how to do different things in Blackboard, right? How to use discussions, how to take tests, right? How to use the calendar, how to work in groups, all this really cool stuff. These are all videos that will help you learn how to use Blackboard Learn Ultra, okay? If you're taking a course, this is original. If you're taking a course in Ultra, same thing. These are videos, but it's for the other course view, right? How to do different things, how to do the activity stream, et cetera, right? Another Blackboard one I want to show you is this one right here, Clear Your Browser History. Now, we talked about having an updated browser. Sometimes you need to clear your browser history. The more we use a browser, the more it collects junk on the back end. And the more junk you collect in your browser, it can slow down the way your browser works, and it can make things in Blackboard not appear the way they're supposed to, things like that. So one thing I want to encourage you to do, and this is for all users, faculty and students, clear your browser history at least once a week. But you might be thinking, I don't even know how to do that. Guess what? We teach you right here. If you click here on Clear Your Browser History, it's gonna open this document. How many of you have ever gotten this screen when you're trying to log into Blackboard? We call it the black screen of death, right? Has anyone ever gotten that screen and you start to panic, right? Uh-oh, Blackboard locked me out. Yep, I think we all have, right? Even I get that screen. So there's a couple of easy steps. If you get that screen, and it's a security measure, you get that screen because you probably opened Blackboard and you didn't work in Blackboard maybe for a little bit. So it says, oh, maybe this person forgot to log out of Blackboard. We're going to log you out for you because we don't want someone else to come into your Blackboard, right? It's a security measure. So really easy. All you have to do is click that gray bar and it'll let you back in. But what if that doesn't work? If that doesn't work, close your browser completely, reopen it, and you should be able to get back in. That's step 2. But what if that still doesn't work? That's when you need to clear your browser history. And if you don't know how, if you're using Chrome, here are the steps to clear your browser history. If you're using Firefox, here are the steps for that. If you're a Mac user and you're using Safari, here are the steps for that. And if you're using Edge, it's all right here for you. This is very helpful for both students and faculty and staff. Okay. All right. What other Blackboard resources for you? Counseling. Oh, distance learning. Remember I mentioned our office hours? You can click right here too. And it takes you to our page, distance learning, and you can click get connected right there. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay. Dual creditors, financial aid. Look at all this really cool stuff here. This right here, lockdown browser and monitor guide for students. Now, in your courses, your instructor may be requiring you to use lockdown browser and monitor. Oh, sorry, I had to take some water. So what does lockdown browser and monitor do? It's to help teachers deter cheating. Okay, it doesn't mean you're going to cheat, but it wants to make sure that everyone is taking their test in a fair manner, in an equal manner, that everyone's using their brain power and that no one's cheating. So if your instructor is requiring you to use lockdown browser and you need to install it on your computer and you need to know how to use it, guess what we have for you here? It's a guide. So you can click right there. It's going to introduce you to what the application is. And it's free. You don't have to pay anything for it. Okay, if you find a link that says it's charging you, then you're using the wrong link. So here it talks about academic integrity. What is lockdown browser? What is monitor? And then here's a video that you can watch, because some of us are very visual learners. If you want to see it, here's a video. Here's the operating systems you need on your computer. And then here it says how to download, and here's the link so that you can download it. If you have a Windows computer, here are a video that you can watch that shows you how to download and install it. If you're a Mac user, you can watch this video here. Okay? It even shows you how to download it for different types of devices. For example, how do I download it and install it for an iPad or a Chromebook? Okay? Maybe you're a dual credit student. Here's some information for you. What if I'm taking a test using a Mac device and using a Blackboard Learn Original course? What if I'm taking my test using Ultra on a Mac? So all these possible different scenarios, they are here for you. So take a look at this guide. It'll help you with all your questions that are related to respond this lockdown browser. And at the very, very end, and I'm sorry for scrolling so quickly because I know we have limited time. Oops. At the end, it gives you some tips for troubleshooting, right? What if something's going wrong? What can I do? And then some tips for taking your test, right? Try to take your test in a quiet location. And I know it's hard to do that right now because we're staying home so much more because of COVID. Turn off all your other devices. Make sure you're in a room that has good light so the camera can see your face. Don't wear a baseball cap. All these little kind of tricks that help it so that you have a successful testing experience. Okay, so that is called the Respondus Lockdown or the Lockdown Guide and Monitor Guide for Students. You can download it and save it to your computer. You can print it, whatever you want. It's always here. Okay. One thing I also want to go over with you is this right here. It's also at the top of the page. The Learning Online at EPCC Student Guide. So over a year ago, we started creating this handbook for students to help you get started, the semester on the right foot, because one of the things we always need when the semester starts is information, right? And so we're going to do one of these handbooks every semester. For the most part, the handbook will be the same, but there'll be some changes, additions, and updates every semester. So this is the one for spring. And just like the guide, it can provide you a lot of great information to help you get started. So let me focus and highlight a few of the things on this guide here. Let me make this just maybe a little bit smaller. There we go. So first things first, on one of the pages are links for all these resources also that you might need, right? Everything from the bookstore to the retention action program, again, the Tejano food pantry, financial aid, etc. All these links are available for you as a shortcut. And then you have your table of contents. So if I see something I wanna pay attention to, I don't have to scroll down the page. I can just click on it. Tell me about online courses. I click on it, and boom, it takes me to that page. So it's an interactive table of contents. You can just click on it to that page. So let's just very quickly go through this. It has some important dates for the semester. When does the semester start and open? What are the drop dates? Okay, a little information about hybrid courses, online courses, some reminders for the start of the term, some links to the tools that you have available to you here as a college student, email, Microsoft Office 365, okay? Information about Blackboard, what's required for you to use Blackboard. Information about browsers, and look, even here you can get the Clear Your Browser History link. How to access Blackboard, and by the way, we started emailing all students a link to this handbook as far back as November. So this is why it's so important for you all to check your college email. We started sending this out to you months ago, so you could have started getting a little bit of a head start getting some of that information, okay? The navigation menu, so a lot of the things we covered this afternoon are in here. How to access your courses, what to do if your classes don't show up in Blackboard. We've already talked about that. The difference between Blackboard and Original and Ultra. The tutorials. Did you know that there are tutorials for you so that you can learn how to use Blackboard on your own? They are available for you. If you want to take the Blackboard Learn Original tutorial, you can enroll yourself. And here are the steps to do that in Blackboard. If you want to take the tutorial in Ultra, that one right now does not have a self-enrollment, but you just email us at DLSS, and with a simple sentence, you can even copy and paste, please enroll me in the Ultra tutorial, and we'll get that done for you within 12 hours, less probably even. We'll enroll you immediately. Even if we get that email on the weekend, we will enroll you in that tutorial immediately. And you can just log in at any time and just kind of poke around the class, do some of the practice things just to get your hands onto a course ahead of the semester, okay? Information about the Blackboard app. See, this is what the app's going to look like on your phone. If you need to check out a device from the college, you need to borrow a laptop from the college, here's some information here, where you can go on campus, information about Lockdown Browser, information about Smarter Measure to test your readiness for online courses. You can take that assessment. Maybe one of your instructors is having you take it this week. Information about Ally. Ally is this really cool application in Blackboard that lets you access your course files in an alternative format. So for example, let's say your teacher, your history teacher, uploaded 3 pages of notes about World War II. But you've got a lot of things to do today, including washing dishes. What you can do is go into your class and convert those 3 pages of note into an audio MP3. It's going to convert it to an audio file to your computer, and then you hit play and you can listen to those notes being read to you as you wash dishes. Isn't that cool? So there's lots of other things here. If you're someone who struggles with dyslexia, you can download it in a Beeline Reader format that helps students with dyslexia read easier. So this is to help you as students convert the content into a way that's easy for you to consume. This is called Ally. It's super cool. Okay? Here are some steps to a strong start to the semester. Here are some suggestions to help you plan for success for the semester, right? Start strong so you can finish strong, be organized, be proactive. Be full, right? And don't procrastinate. Manage your time wisely. Try to find a space where you can study. Just a little space, a little corner somewhere in your house. Again, I know it's really hard right now to do that. Maybe that's at Starbucks, but make sure you're safe. Wherever you go, make sure you're safe, right? Determine what your learning preferences are. Maybe some of us, I love listening to lectures. I'm an auditory learner. But some of us are more visual learners. Some of us are kinesthetic. We learn by doing. So discover what your learning preferences are so that you can use those strengths to your advantage, right? Use your voice. Be an active participant in your class, right? Um, your teachers, your instructors don't know you need help until you say something. And I will tell you that just about every instructor at this college understands what all of us are going through right now. And so they can't help you unless they know something's going on, right? So the moment you start having issues, you're struggling, something's going on, reach out to your instructors. Don't wait till it's too late, okay? Don't say, I didn't take the test last week because such and such happened. No, no, no. The moment something happens, reach out to your instructor and let them know. I bet you more times than not, they're going to say, I understand, I'm going to work with you, okay? And make time for self-care. Take care of yourselves, not just physically, but mentally. There's mental health resources at the college. We are here to help you. Our goal is your success, all of us at EPCC, okay? All right, wrapping up this here, there are some guidelines for netiquette and communication, some general guidelines when you're communicating online, whether it's a discussion board, whether it's a message or an email. There's always a professional, right, way to communicate with your instructors, to communicate with your classmates. So we give you some advice and tips here. Even when you're having online meetings with your teachers or your class, here's some tips. Academic integrity is important, so we don't learn if we cheat, right? Even if it's hard, we learn by doing it on our own without cheating. So remember that if you're caught cheating, you can get in some fairly serious trouble here at the college. So be very careful with those things. Be careful with consequences. Okay, be careful with those consequences. If you want to know what the Student Code of Conduct says about appropriate behavior in classrooms, appropriate use of technology, etc., that's all here with some links. What if you want to withdraw from a class? Something happens, you're just not going to be able to finish the term. Talk to your teachers first before you ever think about dropping classes. Always talk to your teachers first, because again, I bet you they're going to be willing to help you and do something to help you out. Your success, again, is our goal. So talk to your teachers first. Okay, but if you drop a class, make sure you do it the appropriate way, because it can have some consequences you're not aware of with regard to your financial aid, scholarships, things of that nature. So be very careful. Talk to someone before you do that. Okay, we've already talked about the Blackboard Assist page. Right here, these are links to some really cool videos called Crash Course Study Skills. They are really cool. They helped me. I'm a student again right now. I'm taking classes at a college in Texas, in the Valley in Texas, and these are really helpful, like how to take good notes, how to focus and concentrate. They're really short videos. The presenter is really good. So take a look at some of those videos. They can be really helpful to you. The HANA virtual events, we're promoting those. These workshops are great. There's a whole series of workshops for you. I encourage you to attend as many as you can. You're going to be a better student for them. And then some reminders about the end of the semester. Please remember to complete your course evaluations at the end of the semester. Check your email towards the end of your course. Complete your evaluations. We can't do better, the college, your teachers, unless we get feedback from you. And that's why those course evaluations are so important. So please complete your course evaluations. I know some teachers even give you extra credit for completing them. Not for giving them a good evaluation, but just for completing it. When you complete your course evaluation, it'll show like this here that it's complete. You see that? Complete. You can just take a picture of that and send it to your teacher and say, look, I completed my evaluation for your class. Can I get some extra credit? It's not going to hurt to ask, right? All right. And the last thing I want to talk about here is this right here, because I know we're running out of time here. Course and technical help when you need it. It's really important to me as a director of distance learning that you know where to go when you need help. Okay? It's not that I mind you calling our office, but what I don't like doing is, oh, sorry, you're calling the wrong department. Let me send you somewhere else. As a student, I know that that can be really frustrating, right? You're being sent from one department to the next. So in order for you to get the answers, the right answers as quickly as possible, because I know answers, you need them right now, it's important that you know what department to contact, especially when it comes to issues with Blackboard. So towards the last page of this handbook is really important. I encourage you to get the handbook and at least print this page out. If you need help with Blackboard, Respondus Lockdown Browser, Collaborate, or Smarter Measure, you contact Distance Learning. This is what we oversee, just this, okay? Distance Learning is not an IT department. We're an instructional department, even though we deal with technology. But these are the only technologies we can assist you with, okay? You can call the Blackboard Help Desk. You can visit our virtual office. You can even visit our office here at Via Verde if you want to, okay? Now, what if I need help with my EPCC, with my login, with my email, with Web Banner, with Microsoft Teams, with Office, with OneDrive? What if I'm having issues with the computer the school checked out to me? All of that is the college IT department. And I don't know why I did not add their phone number, but I will give it to you now. It's 915-831-6440. That is the IT department at EPCC. They're the ones who help you with all of these things. If you are a dual credit student and you're having issues with the computer that your district provided you, you have to call the IT department for that, for your district or for your school, okay? Lastly, if you're having issues inside the class, a quiz is not opening, your instructor says that something's supposed to be there and it's not, always ask your instructor first. Because you know what? Your instructors, they're human and they sometimes make a mistake, right? Oops, the quiz, I was supposed to open it and I forgot. Sorry about that. And they'll extend your deadline a day or two. Your instructors are human. They make mistakes. They're under a lot of stress right now, just like the rest of us, right? So yeah, they might have made a little mistake. So always check with them first. That quiz that you said was due today, is it open? That way they can check their class and they can say, you know what? Yeah, I opened it. But if they say, no, it's open, then maybe there is a Blackboard issue, right? So always check with your instructor first, okay? And the very end of the handbook are all the Tejano events. So you can kind of make a plan and see which ones you want to attend, which ones are good. Secret, they're all really, really good, okay? All right, questions. I speak really fast. I went really fast, but I want to leave it open for some questions. So I think I saw a question pop up in the chat that asked if Blackboard lets you know when a student has dropped. It does not. If a student drops a course or is dropped from a course, that student will disappear from your Blackboard roster, but you're not going to really get any notifications. So if there are any instructors in the room right now, one thing I want to encourage you highly to do is check your Banner roster often, compare it to your Blackboard gradebook, make sure that they match, okay? Make sure that they match. Remember that Banner is the official record of registration, not Blackboard, okay? So always check. So for both faculty and students, always check Banner to confirm that registration, okay? Other questions, concerns, things that I can help you with that are Blackboard related? I'm here to answer your questions. You're welcome.
Does anyone have any questions for Ms. Cadena? Well, I have to say, Ms. Cadena, I always enjoy your sessions. And it's amazing to me, you know, we've been working with Blackboard for a while, but I learned something new today. I never knew that you could have that where you record your voice to have people properly say your name. I thought that was really cool. What a nice feature.
And that's coming in February. So hopefully that will come out really nice. And I imagine you probably are someone who has issues with maybe people pronouncing your last name.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it's going to work great for you.
Oh, thank you so much. We really enjoyed your session today. I would like to give you a big thank you from the Office of Student Success for presenting for us. And
Anytime.
if everyone would like to put some emojis in the chat and let Miss Luz Cadena know that we appreciate her and her presentation. So if there is no further questions for Miss Cadena, I would like to share a few things with you. First thing is that we do have our new OLA guide, which is a great resource, just like Ms. Cadena's resource. And I will repost the OLA guide link in the chat for you. Give me just a moment. It's real handy to have on your, downloaded to your desktop if you can't find something on the website, which I have to say EPCC's website is pretty user-friendly. There's some resources in there that maybe you haven't heard of before. We have a geology tutoring through Blackboard. We have philosophy tutoring lab. We have Friday night calculus. Some of these resources maybe don't have their own EPCC page, but you're able to access them through this guide. Another thing I would like to invite you to is Tejano passports. So this is, we do these each semester, but this is a new semester and we're able to get more points. And especially if you come back to Tejano virtual events each week, you'll get more and more passport points to build and go towards your own medallion. So let me go ahead and I'll share that file with you guys. And so you can see a picture of the medallion. The guys on the bottom are wearing them, and you can wear them at your graduation. If you have any more questions or need more info, you can please reach out to Dr. Quiros and get with her. But also the website is posted in the chat for you, the www.epcc.edu, services Tejano passport. Thank you, Ms. Cadena. It is a cool medallion. And to sign in to Tejano passports, because some people have had some trouble, you're going to be using your EPCC credentials, like Ms. Cadena mentioned, except for you're not going to have the @epcc.edu at the end of your email. So it's just going to be the first part of your email and your EPCC password to claim those points. All right, the last bit of information I'd like to share with you guys before I let you go is I would like to invite you to next week's session. Next week's session in this very room, we will be having a tutoring overview by the Office of Student Success. Maybe you need some help in your course, or maybe you just want to know in case you do need help. You can check it out, that session, and they're going to go through the different types of tutoring, what you need to bring to tutoring, how tutoring works. Thank you, Ms. Cadena. I truly believe we do have the best tutors, and they will go the extra mile for you. But please check out that tutoring overview and find out what tutoring resources are available for you. And if you're a teacher, we welcome you to come as well, because it might be helpful to know how tutoring is run in case your students have questions. So, and then also in this room a little later today, we have our first Happy Math Hour. And Happy Math Hour will be going over navigating WebAssign and My Math App in your course. Just in case you've had some problems with it, you can check us out then. And of course, it's taught by our very own EPCC math instructors. Also, next week, we'll be having Happy Math Hour, and there we're going to be covering evaluating combination of functions and composite functions. Whew, sorry, guys. I know that was a mouthful. At this time, do you have any questions for either Ms. Cadena or myself? We are fully open to questions, and we hope to see you again next week. Thank you.